Howdy everyone, y'all know it's me Voltage, and this is a more interesting video that I'm doing right now because I'm actually going to doing something I did in the past, but I was forced to delete, and I'm doing it again because I was forced to delete it again because I ended up messing up on accident. Fiddledo, well, she's a content creator on YouTube who makes, well, quite a lot of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon stuff, and she's also made quite a lot of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon songs, and I've had her permission to actually rank all of her songs. And well, there's some that are more interesting, but others, well, they don't really stick true to the landing. But let's go on with the listing of them. I'm gonna meet you in the first song. Okay. This, I'm not even sure if I can really call it a song or not, because it's only 16 seconds long. It's the Ludicolo dance, which she updated this. Let me see when this was actually made. A year ago, actually. This is a short video kind of thing. So, yeah, it's only 16 seconds long. This this earns its 21st spot as being not a real song. Dance, yeah! But now let's get to the actual top 20 because honestly, that that was a meme pick that I put on the list because it's really a meme song. But let's continue into the next real song. Okay, this might have some recency bias of being more recent, but honestly, it doesn't really ring out to me as being the best song in my opinion. Because it just doesn't really stick true for me in particular. I mean, it's not a bad song, but it's not also a really great song either. I mean, it has good pacing for most of it, and it also follows the theme of like you're trying to go to the woods to go find purple apples or really tough. But honestly, it also really doesn't ring true for me, like on how it works. I mean, but later on, like later on in the song, it has a point of a bit of insanity feel to it, which I really do love. I want you guys to see that part in particular, but it just doesn't really ring true. But also, I love this part where he ends up having a Weedle say hello. If I'm right, I'm pretty sure this dungeon has one of the best recruitment rates in PMD for recruiting on the Pokemon there. Because whenever I play this dungeon, I usually get. Here's the insanity part. You can tell that they're losing their mind out there. That she's losing her mind. But honestly, for this kind of dungeon, honestly, it makes sense. Because you're gonna go fight against some really annoying Pokemon and Skunk Tank coughing wheezing. But honestly, I don't really like those three. So honestly, it's not a bad song, but it just, well, compared to all the other songs that she's made, this one really just doesn't stand out, I'm gonna be honest. So let's go on to number 19. Okay, this one, I might receive some hate from it. This is Dreams and Hopes, which was released a year ago. This is one of the old songs that she made, but she ended up redoing because she ended up wanting to make it updated with her new style that she's making. So this is from Gates to Infinity, so let's see what happens here, because personally, I do like the song. It's got a nice slow pace, which is amazing for a song, honestly. Just a nice, slow, chill pace right here. But just like the last song, it doesn't stand out as being incredible. It just blends in among some of the other songs on the list, unfortunately. I mean, take for example other songs that she's made. Let me see. You've got songs like The Frizzum, you've got Dialga's Fight to the Finish, you got Pokemon Square. You have something really going for them that really stands out. Dialga's Fight to the Finish is a final boss theme, which is meant to be epic. The Frizzum, it's this song, but done it honestly perfectly in my opinion. But honestly, this is not a bad song, but it's not a great song either. But it gets 19th. It's not the worst place because it beat two songs out. But now let's get on to the next song in 18th place, which honestly, 18th, this one, this has a little bit of a flaw in it actually. Also, don't skip ads. It gives the creators some support and it gives them money when they deserve the money. So yeah, I'm not skipping the ads. Now, as for number 18, this is Defy the Legends. This is a song that she made, let's see, a year ago as well. This is the final boss fight for Rescue Team, one of any of the three titles. So, yeah, this one's a more interesting one, but you'll find the flaw in about probably 30 seconds. But also the start here, it automatically starts with the main problem. That is a good way to start a song off. Like just being like, okay, here's a problem, we have to solve it. Yeah, like they're still pointing out that there's not enough time to like just worry about this, so they have to fight back. Which honestly, in this situation, yeah, you wouldn't want to fight back, or else, well, the world would end, and that's not exactly good. This is the main problem here. It's a bit fast paced for part of it. Yeah, that's a bit fast paced there, which for some situations is good. Other situations, it doesn't work out. Unfortunately, this is one of the times it doesn't work out for me. Honestly, like the strategist part, this is honestly pretty well done because it explains a good strategy for this. Status moves, Pikachu right there, which, well, paralysis is a pretty good status on condition, I'm gonna be honest. Considering it makes a Poco just not able to attack at all for a few turns. You get sticks to use. Well, that's an item in the game that I personally use myself. So yeah, honestly, not a bad song. Just if it was a bit slower at that point, it might have actually been higher on the list. But now let's go to 17th place. This next song really hurt me that it's down so low, honestly, because it's not a bad song by any means. It's a great song right here. This is School Forest. It's a good song. Also, whose playthrough is this here? Because honestly, I like the Pokemon they're picking. Piplup? That's a Pokemon I use every once in a while. Also, I love how this song starts off with a nice slow tune. No one cares. And also it brings it brings up stuff in the actual game, like when you meet up on the hill. That's when the two of these meet, and I think that happens directly before you go into the School Forest, if I remember right. You meet up on the hill. This song brings up a lot of in-game references, which honestly, that's a pretty good way to do it. Honestly, it brings up a lot of references to stuff to make it make sense. Because I'm a kind of person who likes to actually understand the references of what's happening in the song, and I understand these references because I've played these games enough to understand them all. I mean, as about to find her here, like school, I went through school myself completely. It can just be a bit of a wear down every once in a while. You explore a lot in the stories of the games, which this part is where the song gets a banger part. This tune of the song is just great. It's upbeat for a dungeon where the theme is honestly pretty upbeat as well. But honestly, this next song, when it first came out for me, was very, 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 very high on my list. I'd say when it first came out, it was like in the top 3 or top 4. But, well, then other songs came out after it and kind of just was like, we're just gonna blow you away and just be like, yeah, you're gone from the list, big guy. This is unfortunately 16th. Oh, not an ad. That's not 16th. For this song, it's Good Night from Explorers of Time, Sky, and Darkness. I'm gonna have to probably be a bit more quiet for this song because it's a quiet song as is. And I don't want to overpower the song lyrics. Because this is a more slow paced, honestly relaxing song, which is hard to do well. Which Fiddledo, she nails this perfectly. This is nice, relaxing. You can even hear a fire crackling in the background. That's great ASMR stuff for the song, honestly. It fits in perfectly with the theme of the song. Of just calm, relaxing. I mean, the music here is just nice and chill as well. For like some background ambience for the song. It just fits in perfectly for the background ambience. I'm gonna let this song finish quickly because honestly, it's not a long song. And also, this song actually brings up quite a bit of references of the game as well. But I don't really know how to explain them until we get to them. I mean, like, Nothing to Fear. This is when the partner and also the main people both go to the guild. So it would be hard to not be scared if you're the main person because you got turned to a Pokemon. So yeah, the partner wants to help you out with that. Which honestly, that's a good way to put it for this song. They want to work together. They want to be friends. Honestly, this is a great way to start off a game and also a great way to start off a song. Congratulations, Fiddledo, for this one. But honestly, let's get on to 15th. And honestly, in my opinion, the last song, like they just exist for me. I mean, School Forest, and honestly, these next four could probably change places quite often in my eyes. School Forest, Good Night, and the next two songs are honestly quite often competing with each other for the top for these spots. So yeah, 15th right here is Diago's Fight to the Finish. Fiddledo said herself that this was actually one of her favorite songs, and I'm sorry, it just really doesn't stand true for me in particular. It's got quite a bit holding it back from being a really emotional song for me in particular, because I just really don't understand most of this. I mean, I understand the song itself, but not really the kind of tune that you use. I mean, you try using the upbeat tone right here, which really works out for most of it, because it's supposed to be an upbeat battle where you're supposed to be trying to save the world right here. But some parts of it have a bit of a meme aesthetic to them that just really, really cracks me up when you say some of this kind of stuff with the meme stuff, which unfortunately makes me not be able to take those parts seriously. But parts of the song are also great. This is a meme part right here. May the reviver seeds. Honestly, referencing that you can't use orbs is a great part, honestly. Because in these battles in the old games, you can't use your orbs in the first two games. Which is kind of brutal for some of these boss fights. This is where the song picks up, because this is a great part for it. It's really upbeat. It also has a pretty good flow for it, honestly. Really well done for this part, Fiddledo. I really like it. Honestly, for this, you really only have one chance to win it, because if you lose, well, technically if you lose here, you wouldn't lose in the game, but honestly, the game logic doesn't really work out for most things. But now, let's go on to number 14. Because number 14 may surprise you guys. Number 14 is Second Dark Matter Battle. This is from Super Mystery Dungeon. And this is her oldest Pokemon Mystery Dungeon song. This is from 8 years ago. It has 62,000 views. Honestly, I do really like this song. I really do like it. It's got a lot going for it, and it also has a lot of good feel to it. It's got a nice, even, fast pace. It's not overwhelming with pace either. I mean, even without subtitles, I can understand all of this right here. I mean, then again, I have listened to it a good 200 times, so that kind of helps as well. But it lists so much stuff from like what's happening in the game here that I love the references you're bringing. Like right here, when you met, it brings that reference into it, which is amazingly well done, honestly. Then it adds like all the part where your friends are all stone, where they're all wishing for you to work, and so you can make this mission done. Honestly, very well done for this song. I mean, it did get 14th after all, which makes you that's above 7 of the songs then technically. Now let's go on to number 13. This may be one of the more recency bias songs, because this was released 19 hours ago, this next song. Okay, this is Awakening with the lyric from Mr. Dungeon Red Rescue Team Explores the Sky. Red, Blue, and also DX. This song actually takes place directly when you become a Pokemon in the story of the game. And for what it does, it really does match the aesthetic of Confusion for when you first become a Pokemon. And also, this takes place like an afterthought. Like, this takes place after the main song, I think. Because it's like a past event that you're recollecting, which is honestly something you don't see much in songs. Which really surprised me that you did that. I was not expecting something like that to happen at all, honestly. And also, it brings a lot of references of the time exactly what's happening. Honestly, like right here. I mean, you can't explain this thing coming a Pokemon, honestly. It'd be hard to explain to say. And only remember your name? That's a bit. Wait for it. You're weird. I love that reference. That is such a great reference for the song. Now, this is another great reference coming up in a second, because it's the Butterfree reference of when you see Butterfree and she's like, "Help me, please." That's also an amazing reference. Honestly, this song is packed with a lot of references from the main part of the game when you first saw. Then this one maybe thinks that it's a past reflection, because it's like you're looking back at the past of what happened, which is very creative for a song. This is the first true standout song that really surprised me and shocked me when this released 19 hours ago. It shocked me because I was like, wait a second, a past reflection song? I was not expecting that for this kind of song, honestly. Now, well, that was 13th. So there's 2 more songs to reach the top 10. Next one, honestly, this next one surprises me on how high it got. But let's see what it is in a sec.
We made it! Pokemon Square!
Fiddledo making a banger out of Pokemon Square. She did something incredible then, honestly, because for a song that she used quite often in the main games, well, she had to work a spin on it to actually function and feature basically every single shop and every single important thing. Well, that takes quite a bit of work, and she made it work out perfectly well, honestly. So congratulations for this banger song.
But I promise, there's a lot to see here.
I mean, she actually features every single shop besides one. But honestly, that last shop really doesn't ever get used by me either. So I understand why she didn't care about it. But also, I love the references to all this thing. Like the Kekland Bros are here. I mean, in references they sell gear. Kangaskhan, which she's really helpful also in this. She stores items and gear. Honestly, I just love the references in this. And also the tune of it is nice, upbeat, and cheery, and it matches the theme here quite well, honestly. The theme just matches perfectly to this kind of song, because it's supposed to be upbeat, this theme of the actual game, like Pokemon Square itself, is always upbeat. And Fiddledo matches it perfectly. She does. Next place, isn't that Felicity Bank? Or no, wait a second. I forgot it was. Honestly, in most of these games, you do use to make a pretty awesome pair. Honestly, with this point, like when this song happens, you actually don't know the square yet by this point. Because wait for it, I just love this line coming in a second. I just love that part because Shiftry, he ends up not accepting requests from a jump off, which jump off needed help getting one of their friends unlocked from a rock in a dungeon. I forgot the dungeon, Silent Chasm, which ended up leading to Shiftry getting captured by Zapdos. But yeah, now this is the Felicity Banker here, which is honestly pretty cool. Wigglytuff, which also is a pretty good reference. Expansions. Honestly, no, because these songs are honestly all a banger. All of them are. I'm pretty sure the next area you go to is up north to the Pelipper area, or is it at the dojo? Yeah, it's a dojo to the south right here. This is one of the more useful areas in the game. Honestly, you referencing every single location's amazing, well done. He likes to tell the stories because he tells you the Nine-Tailed Legend story. He also tells you about the stormy seas. One of the most important locations in the game. Okay, now let's go on to the next song. This is number 11. This is probably. This is one of the more higher songs that probably wouldn't be there in most people's lists, but it actually got updated last year, which the update really hit me hard in the feels, which made it amazing. So I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna go to that song. Theme of Hope from Gates to Infinity. This song right here, it's amazing. Fiddledo, she ended up making this work very well compared to the old version. She has it feeling sad and somber, which, for the start, it fits because the song at the beginning of Theme of Hope starts off sad themed. But also, she wants you. Well, they want you to follow your goals and follow your dreams, which also honestly makes a lot of sense. I mean, the lyrics here match a theme of hope. I don't really know what to say honestly because this song, when it first came out, I was like, I don't really care about it that much. But when she remade it, I was like, wait, this is amazingly well done actually. I mean, just the melody and the tune of it is just amazing. This is where the songs actually get, like, these are where the songs get great in my opinion. The top 10 are amazingly great songs. Honestly, up to this point and above, I had trouble deciding which songs are the top ones for me. This may have not many references, but this is just amazingly well done for a song. It's nice and slow, nice and relaxing. I just don't know what to say honestly. This is just a really well done song. I mean, it references the part like about all the Pokemon in the town and stuff like that. Always live, and they're always live for themselves. Like just watch out for themselves. And the partner, they want to make a change and help the world. Their goal is to basically solve everything and make everyone happy. And that's why they created Paradise in the first place. And, well, you end up meeting a lot of friends in the process, and they end up helping in the process as well. And by the end of the game, you all end up working hand in hand. And by the end, everyone's happy again. So, like, that really does live up to the theme of hope. You can just tell this is a great song. It's got just an amazing melody and great vocals as well. Honestly, this is just an amazing song. I don't know what else to say. It's just a good song. Honestly, I think I'm gonna call this video here because I covered 10 songs for it now, and I'm gonna save 10 more for the next video because I don't really think I can go for the entire video because I'm already 25 minutes, and this is probably be 2 gigabytes as is. So Fiddledo, thank you for making these amazing songs. You've done an amazing job with these, and honestly, I can't wait to share my top 10 because personally, they just get better. They just get better than this, and all these are good as is. So, bye bye.